So please tell me about yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So I have total 10.7 years of experience of working in Java.
Mhm.
I have completed computer engineering in 2014, and then I started working in Bombay Stock Exchange, where I have worked on multiple trading platforms. Then some of the reporting tools. This reporting tool I was migrating from one technology to another, that is from Hive to Hadoop, DB2 to Hadoop. Yeah. So and then some of the centralized applications. So basically, all the trading data that would come into the centralized application, which would create the contracts, derivatives contracts, equity contracts for the next day trading. So technology-wise, the BAC applications were legacy applications most of the time. So I have worked on Java, core Java, multi-threading collections were the main part of this project. Then JSP servlets were the main part of this project. Then yeah, like I mentioned, DB2 to Hive. That was the technology I worked. So total, I have worked for 4 years in Bombay Stock Exchange. There I have worked for domain-wise. I have worked for multiple equity market, then derivative market, then for commodity market, then for international stock exchange. I have worked in this role.
Okay.
After 4 years in BSc, I joined NSCIT, where I have worked for multiple clients like Bank of America, CCIL, and the National Stock Exchange itself. Technology-wise, in Bank of America, it was unit testing product. Application was developed for the unit testing in the core Java for their existing application testing purpose. So this was after Bank of America. I joined CCIL, where they had acquired one project from Nasdaq Systems. So I was working on a project which was integrated with this Nasdaq Systems.
Okay.
So yeah, and then in NSC I was working on migration of one monolith project to a microservice project. Yeah, and there I started working on microservices also. The technology wise, it was Spring Boot, then deployment on AWS, all the microservices aspects. So after 2 years in NSCIT, I joined Publicis Sapient. In Publicis Sapient, I am working for a client called as Cargill. So Cargill is a food industry, but the project that I am working is a commodity trading platform. Since I had the capital market exposure, so I got a chance to work on this commodity trading platform only. So this is a platform where the farmers, the international farmers, they would come and list their products, and then the contracts are generated for these products, and it gets bid traders and merchants, they bid for this product and try to buy it, similar to the derivative market. So yeah, so in this project is a completely microservices project. So technology wise, it is Spring, then login logger purpose using the Spring security, Spring AOPs, use Spring, and for health checkup and all Spring
Okay.
AOP.
Okay. Okay. That is sufficient. So you have mentioned Docker and Kubernetes, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So how do you integrate Docker and Kubernetes through CI/CD pipeline?
No, actually, we have a DevOps team, so they have done all this. For my part, is in the repository file, in our project repositories, we have a file which integrates, which communicates basically with this Kubernetes. So basically, this file is a combined version of the server file and the deployment file. Is a combined this file is a combined version of it. So we mention all the number of replicas that will be needed, then at the gateway and the which gateway is used, all these are mentioned in this file, which is then DevOps take care of the deployment for our project.
Okay. So you know AWS.
AWS, yeah, little bit I have known, like I've little studied about it, but did not work on a real time project.
Here you have mentioned code pipeline, cloud build.
Yeah, so code pipeline to a cloud build, it's a POC project that I have worked. So basically, we were planning to just stop using Vela build. We are been using for the for all the projects. So we were planning if we could migrate all the stop using Vela build and migrate it to the code pipeline and code build. So that's why I had done a small POC for that.
Okay. So you know the Elasticsearch. What is use of this Elasticsearch?
Yeah, so in my project, basically Elasticsearch is used where lots of files are getting uploaded to the servers, and the metadata is created for this file in the JSON format, and this metadata is stored. And since it is in the JSON format, so searching and all is faster in the Elasticsearch.
So you have knowledge regarding to how to monitor prod or something.
Yes, yes. We use Datadog for monitoring purpose.
Datadog. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So how it is work, Datadog?
So it is integrated with all the projects, and in the Datadog, basically the logs that we put in the in our projects, in our code.
Hmm.
So that logs get printed onto the console.
Hmm.
So based on that, we can then all the things are taken care, like Spring Actuator things, well, all the health checkups and all. We can do it which services are down. So we are not using Spring Eureka server separately for the service discovery. We are doing it in the Datadog itself. Then we can set the alerts in it, we can set the monitoring in it. So yeah, so all these things are taken care in the Datadog.
Okay. So you know microservices.
Yes, yes.
So what is gateway API concept? Suppose you are working in microservices. So how do you integrate the all services in micro in
Yeah.
single endpoint by using the gateway API?
Yeah. So API gateway basically is a layer just before the before any of the API get access.
Hmm.
So we say it can be developed. We can use the Spring Cloud gateway to implement this. If you want to do it everything programmatically, then we can implement this. So yeah, basically the token validation, then any routing needs to be done, then that can be done in the gateway. Then if we want any type of validations, that can be done. Then course origin, all these things can be taken care in the gateway. In my project, API com gateway is used, but yeah, we can do it using the Spring Cloud also.
Suppose if you have knowledge UI related.
Little bit about UI. In
So,
like
so
initial.
suppose if any API have issue, if you calling in one system to another system, so your API is blocking. So how do you handle it?
API blocking, and it's okay. So if depends on how where it is getting blocked exactly. So if there are 10 APIs getting called from my API,
Hmm.
then there is something we can implement something called a circuit breaker for the fault tolerance. So if in circuit breaker pattern, it will
No, no,
constantly.
no. That is different thing.
Okay.
Circuit breaker basically if your API is down or something, so
Yeah.
you can the circuit breaker will generate the default tolerance means your API would not be stuck whole process,
Okay.
right?
Yes. Yes.
I am asking, suppose two system, you have API 1, API 1 you calling in another API. Suppose you have internal and external two system.
Yeah.
So you calling an external system with proper URL and everything, but due to the some reason your API is blocking, URL is blocking. So what do you do on your internal API so it will unblock?
Internal APIs, we can return some like default values also we can return.
You know
Uh,
cross origin annotation.
Sorry.
Cross origin annotation.
Yeah, cross origin annotations. Yes. So two things we can do. One, we can allow it in the gateway itself. So
Hmm.
like if even if we are calling it from localhost 8080 to localhost 3030 also, then also we have to allow cross origins
Hmm.
to access to the API.
Okay. So just now I coming in Java part. So you have worked on Java 8 and 17, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Hmm. So you know final keyword.
Yes. Yes.
In which situation we can use to final keyword?
In multiple situations, like if you don't want the variable to be used to be changed after it is created, there we can use the final. If you don't want the class to be override, so for making the class immutable, there we can use the final.
Suppose in class I want to write uh, private final string name and semicolon. Okay, just declare variable, not initialize. Okay, if I am not initializing final variable, so that would be compile or not. I
Yeah,
just
that will be a compile issue because we have to initialize the final variable.
okay. So you know overloading overriding concept.
Yes, yes.
Can you explain about the overriding and overloading?
Yeah, so overloading is basically we can in the same class with the same name and but with the different parameters. Overriding is in the inheritance concept, where in another class we can use the method with the same name with the by extending the parent class to it, and we can have the same parameters also.
Okay. So suppose uh, you know shrink API concept.
So what is the string API?
Shrink and async APIs. How to make it shrink APIs and async APIs?
No, no.
No idea. So you know can be overload static method in child and parent class.
Static method in child and over
Override.
override. Yes, we can override,
Hmm.
but that would be a method hiding concept and not the building concept.
No, overriding, how you will override? Because of overriding is a dynamic concept
Yes.
and static is not a part of dynamic concept. It is a class level, means it will store in the stack memory.
Yeah, but
Class variable and method cannot be override. But you are writing same method in the parent and child, it will call itself class name.
right. It will call, yes, but when we call it, yeah, the values will not be overridden.
So you are telling override, that's why I am asking.
Okay. Yeah, it will not give any compile error, but the values that we get, like if we are writing int x, int
Hmm?
x is equals to 10,
Hmm.
and in the parent class, static int x is equals to 10, and we write the static int x is equals to, let's say we are incrementing it by 1. Then inside the child class, we will get the incremented value since it is associated with the parent class itself. So one common variable is created basically.
Okay. What is constructor overloading concept?
Constructor
Overloading, yes.
Yeah, constructor overloading is basically we can have the multiple parameters inside the constructor.
What is definition of overriding?
Definition of overriding. So having the same method with the same name and same parameters into the child class.
Overriding, right?
Yes, overriding.
So suppose you have in parent class a void private method, same, and the same method I am overriding in child class, but modifier I am changing public, private to public in child class. So it would be override. If you understand, otherwise we can give explain more.
No, but private we cannot override.
Private cannot be override.
Cannot be override.
Why?
The private can be used only in the same class.
Okay, okay, okay. Uh, you know functional interface.
Yes, sir.
What is this?
Yes, so functional interface basically a interface with only one abstract method in it. It can be annotated with the @functional interface, but it is not mandatory.
So functional interface can be stand multiple functional interface or not?
Yes, we can extend functional interface, but in all total there should be only one abstract method.
No, you have functional I1, I2, I3, I4. Okay, these are the three functional interface.
Okay.
Have a single method. I want to implement in I functional interface I stand I1, I2, I3, I4 with comma. So it is possible?
Yes, we can do it.
No.
But then that won't be a functional interface because multiple
Functional interface, multiple inheritance cannot be supported. Ambiguity issue will come. Okay.
One we can do it, multiple I did not.
So I multiple inheritance concept I am just asking. Because of it will generate the ambiguity. Because I have only one abstract method. So what is importance of the functional interface?
So basically functional interface we can have the implementation directly with the lambda expression.
Lambda expression, okay. You know optional class?
Optional class, yes. We can use it in scenarios where if we want to handle the nulls, so there we can use it, or if empty is present is absent, all these methods we can use from the optional, or else get default to return the default values also from the string.
Okay. So suppose your method I am returning as a optional class. Suppose class A have, but I am just writing some method as a get. Okay. So get method returning as a optional. So I want to get the A from optional. So what you do that? You get my point? Suppose you have a get method. Okay. This is returning as a optional. Means optional A is equal to get A. Okay. So this optional A I want to convert into the A. So what you do that?
Dot get we can do optional.
Okay. Got it. So in which scenario can be used parallel stream and sequence stream?
Okay. So normal stream is where if you write only one process will be run. So if we, let's say if we have one core CPU, so that will be utilized. But in parallel stream, it will be processed parallelly. Like if
Mm-hmm.
we have the 4 core or 5 core, then all the 5 cores will be engaged to process a data, which is that's why it is faster. But yeah, it has to be managed properly. So that's why if it is for the small set of data, then parallel stream is not recommended. If it is large set of data, then parallel stream is recommended, but it needs to be handled.
Okay. So, you know Spring Boot, right?
Yes, yeah.
You know the dependency injection.
Yes. So dependency injection is where the objects that we want, it is created outside the application when the application is started itself. So whenever it is needed, we can use the @auto and just call it and utilize it. So where we can have the based on the scope also we can create.
Okay. And what is actuator?
Yeah, so Spring Actuator is used for the health monitoring purpose.
Mm.
Inside that we have multiple APIs. We just have to enable it from the application.properties, and then we have health, then HTTP request where we can see the whichever for particular API how many requests are coming and how much time it is taken, the average time it is taking. So basically for the performance testing or finding any performance issues in the project, we can use the Spring Actuator.
Okay. 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 So, what is difference between @bean and component annotation?
Yeah, so @bean is inside the we can use it inside the configuration class and all for creating the beans of those methods.
Mm-hmm.
And component is used at the class level. So basically for creating the bean of that particular class.
Okay. You know, you know the reactive programming concept.
Yes, we
Reactive
can.
programming in Spring Boot.
Yeah. By using the web client and all, we can get the response of the
No,
other
web
application.
client is a different thing. Reactive
Yeah.
programming is a different thing. You know mono flags.
Yeah, mono body to mono that we can do it.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Web
Uh,
flux is used for that.
mm. So, what kind of template you have used for calling REST API each and others
That
microservices?
so other microservices calling we can do it using the web client, or we
Mm.
can do it using the fan client if it is a synchronous communication,
Mm.
or if it is asynchronous we can use the Kafka also.
No, so REST template, web client. So which one is better? If suppose I have two options for
Huh.
calling the REST API
Hmm.
using REST template and web client. So which one is a better option?
Web client is better option. It is because latest also it has come after REST template,
Mm.
and it provides the methods like body to mono and all that methods is provide which we can use to optimize the response that we are getting, and it adapts to a lot of other features also. So web client is better.
Okay. So in database side, you have used MySQL, right?
Yes.
suppose I want to tell you, you have a one employee table, and inside the employee table we have multiple employee. Here employee ID, employee name and salary. Suppose 3 columns is there. I want to find out the third highest salary. So how do you write a single query in one line query?
Okay. Third highest.
Hmm.
In one line we can do it using the subquery, that is what I business select employee from the employee table, where
You
where
know the limit concept.
yes, limit. So we can do, we have to sort it in descending order
Hmm.
and limit it to three, top three, and then outside write one more query like select star from this subquery, and where order by descending.
No need subquery.
Yeah.
No need subquery. You select the max salary from table and order by DSC salary, and limit
Okay.
is equal to 3.
Yeah, limit equal to yes.
So what is difference between limit and offset
Uh,
in MySQL? You know limit and offset.
so offset basically, so limit returns the, let's say if we want this, in this case if we want 3 data, then it returns the 3. Then offset is used like in pagination, when we are doing in the query we use the offset. So
No. This is a single word answer. Limit is decide to indexing,
hmm,
right?
right.
Means suppose I tell you, you write the third ISL. If you given the limit 3, so you get the third ISL. But offset is providing the range.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I was not remembering the offset, so I was just trying to recollect it using the
Range means
pagination.
if you want to data get from, suppose you are writing a pagination program,
Yeah.
so if you pass 1 to 10, so 10 is a range, okay.
10 to
So
20.
range means that is the offset. Offset is a range.
Yes.
So what will you will get the return 1 to 10 record, and again you go in the second page, you pass 10 to 20,
Yes.
so you will get the range of 10 to 20.
20.
Okay. So
Okay.
range means a limit will decide which index you will take it, and range will decide 20. 20 means it is a range, but limit is telling 10. 10 to 20 means you will get the record 10 record in another page. So you know union all.
Yes.
Yeah, please explain.
So yeah, so union returns the rows, if there are common rows between the two tables, then it will return the common rows.
Mhm.
Whereas union all will return all the rows from two tables.
Okay. Okay.